Zach and Asta are meeting because it's the launch of the project tomorrow. So this is their opportunity face to face to sort out some of the issues that they've come across so far. Let's see what happens. Good morning, Asta. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you, Zach. How are you?
Yeah, great. Thank you very
Good.
much. Yeah,
Good,
really,
good.
really well. I had a lovely weekend and the sun is still shining and yeah, life is good.
Yes, I also had a very nice weekend, thank you.
Brilliant.
I played tennis.
Did you?
Yes,
Oh,
yeah.
I'm terrible at anything like that. Anything that requires coordination is terrible. Absolutely awful.
It was really enjoyable, yeah.
Good. Oh, I'm pleased you enjoyed it.
Yeah.
So small talk, that's good. So yeah, I'm learning a lot actually from
Yes.
these e-learning modules. And last night I did the one on sequencing of time.
I did
you?
too, yes.
Right, that was, for me, actually was a bit of an eye-opener.
Yeah.
So it comes, what actually turns out that I'm very, very polychronic.
Ah, okay.
So that means time is a bit like air, you know.
Right.
So I like to invest in discussing things with people. That actually I might have a Swiss watch, but sometimes I kind of wear it more as a fashion accessory. I tend not to use it very much. You know, I'm just quite relaxed where deadlines, and when I think back to the first meeting and I turned up late, you know, that kind of stuff. Yeah. And how did you come out?
Monochronic, of course,
Yeah.
monochronic, and it made absolute sense to me as well,
Right.
because time is really important to me. I wear a watch, have an iPhone.
Yeah.
Time's money.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure how you get things done if
Right.
you don't observe time.
Well, things get done, definitely, and I think because I'm quite relationship focused that I work things through the relationship. So I think that's the challenge. And the bigger challenge, of course, is a lot of my team are a bit like me, and I think probably a lot of your team are a bit like you.
Yes, definitely.
So we need to work out how we're going to make this work for the whole project, really, don't we? So I had some ideas. I didn't know whether you've got some ideas about how we can get this monochronic and polychronic team to work together and not just end up with chronic stress.
Yeah. I think one of the things it said on there that I found really interesting is you're all about good timing, and I'm all about clock time.
Yes.
And because I'm so, and as you say, my team are also like that, I'm not sure how it works not to be on clock time.
Right.
So,
what's really important for us, because we can get things done absolutely to the minute when they're important. So we need to know what the consequences are. So when you talk about a deadline, it's a bit like this is your religion and it's a holy thing just by itself.
Yeah, I guess
but
it feels
actually,
like that.
Yeah, for me, it's just like a deadline is just kind of an orientation point. So I need to understand, my team need to understand when a deadline is really important and what happens if we miss it. What are the consequences?
Interesting. I'm just going to write that because that's valuable. Okay.
Yeah. And it's also the consequences for the people, because all of us, we're all kind of very people focused, and so if we understand that it causes people pain or financial pain, then we'll make it work. We'll definitely make it work.
So I need to remember to have a deadline with painful consequence if you miss it.
Yeah, and that also, because not every deadline that we have, some of the milestones for me are kind of, it would be good if we did this by then, but if we miss it by a day or two, it's not the end of the world. Yeah. So that's what we call soft deadlines, you know. So, and I know it's probably a new thing, but we need to kind of grade it to say this is absolutely cast in stone. And this, we can move a little bit if we need to, because sometimes, we come up with better ideas, we need to change things a bit. So, that might be part of it.
I do feel stressed inside, even talking about doing it like that. I'm definitely going to try. Yeah. And I suppose trying to adapt to each other. Yeah. There will be deadlines, and I'll try and only call them a deadline when it is really critically important and explain the consequences of getting it late.
That will really help.
I also like to really focus on one thing at a time. And so quite often I will shut my office door and I will just focus on the thing that needs to be focused on. Yeah. And I find it quite hard to be distracted. One of the things I notice when we're working together is you'll often check your phone or you'll chat to somebody in the corridor or you'll look at a paperwork. And I lose my attention when that happens.
Right. I quite like the buzz of it with lots of things going on at once, but I do understand that, and I have noticed it as well, because sometimes when you're talking and then I get a text or something I need to respond to, then it's a bit like you've been unplugged. I think you lose your track, don't you? So, like today I put my phone on silent, so I'm not going to be interrupted. Sometimes when I'm using my phone, I'm just actually checking the word because English isn't my first language.
Oh, okay.
It sounds like it, but it's not. And so sometimes I'm not quite sure what
so
you mean.
you're translating something.
Yeah. So that's useful. Or I might be checking my diary to make sure that actually this commitment is going to work for me. Those kind of things. So I don't want to let go of it, but I will try and give you the space that you need as well. I think that's probably important.
Maybe there are slightly different roles we take in the project then as well.
Yeah,
in terms
I
of
think so.
I need to do one thing at a time, ideally one thing at a time, on time, and get the result in time.
What you mentioned the first time we met is that you really like project planning and structure, and I like that as well. It's just I don't value it probably as much as you do. So if you wanted to take control of that and keep me in the loop about what's happening, the other thing that would be useful is ahead of a deadline, just give us a little reminder, just like a gentle reminder that this is coming up. Maybe in a week or in 2 days, or a week and 2 days time. That could be really useful as well.
Okay,
so those,
very happy to do that. I've got lots of tools for doing that, as
Brilliant.
you can imagine. So choose your timing, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 2 days, 3 weeks.
Brilliant.
I'll make a proposal what it should be as a nudge for you.
Yeah, but this is really good because I think if we can find a solution that works for us both, when we launch this to the team tomorrow, everyone's going to be really happy. So let's try and keep that going.
Good.
Brilliant. All right, well, thank you.
Thank you.
Can we go and have coffee now?
Yes, of course.
Brilliant.
We've got 15 minutes.
Excellent. A whole 15 minutes. Wonderful.